There had to be the guy who was okay with this, the woman, of course the photographer, right? Then, most likely, they had to also pass this by the plantation owner, unless they own the plantation, which that just, I don't even want to think about it. Then they had to pass it through, most likely, their family. Like, hey, family, we're going to do this shoot. What do you think of this idea? Most likely, this woman went to her family, was like, oh, what do you think of this idea? Were they all sitting around the room just clapping along like, oh, that's brilliant. I love it. I love it. It's like liberation. Oh, it's great. And then his family as well brings it back to them. And who knows what they said. But there had to be so many people this passed through before these photos were taken. And during the entire process of I just can't. It's hard for me to imagine. I gotta stop before my mind explodes. I wanted to bring up this story reported on by the Daily Dot. It is a... Okay, I don't know how to... It is a interracial couples slavery-inspired wedding photo shoot. Here's a quote from one of the Instagram captions. Our love got stronger and stronger. He was no longer a slave. He was part of the family. Let me read that again. Our love got stronger and stronger. He was no longer a slave. He was part of the family. Now, I have never dated a white person in my life. I live in gorgeous Prince George's County. It's a majority black county. Everybody I went to at school, the vast majority of them, well, not everybody, but the vast majority of them were black. And I've dated a lot of black people in my day. I'm not an expert, so to speak, right? I'm a white man still, but never once during any of my flings or relationships, no matter how serious they got, did I ever think that, man, you know what I would love for my wedding day? To see this person I love and care about deeply be terribly dehumanized as I refer to them as a slave. And not only that, but then share all of this on the internet with captions like, our love got stronger and stronger. He was no longer a slave. He was part of the family. Never in any of my days did I think about, and look at this image. This is the image from the photo shoot. Not on the left to set it in, but on the right is one of the images. I saw this while scrolling through Twitter. He's in chains. He's actually in chains. They literally put him in chains. And then they thought that this was a good idea to post on the internet. Look, at the end of the day, everybody's free to do whatever they want, right, for their wedding. I don't want to mess and protrude on everyone's special day. But god damn it, if I had to see this, then it protruded on my special day. As in yesterday, when I was trying to relax and read a book, I saw this nonsense pop up on my timeline. An engaged interracial couple did a pre-wedding photo shoot inspired by slavery, and as could be predicted, Black Twitter and TikTok had significant questions, answers, and all the memes. The shocking photos were initially posted to Instagram, and it was unclear who they belonged to, as the handle and other indicators have been redacted. Based on the surroundings, the photo appeared to have been taken at a sugarcane plantation. They went to a plantation! I didn't even notice that! They 100% went to a plantation! They didn't just do this in their backyard! They did the full LARPing experience. They got the chains. They got the old 1850s outfits. They got the everything. They put it all on, then drive out to a plantation. understand. Look, I'm gay, right? I am gay, and so maybe I don't understand. Maybe I don't understand, okay? Because I'm a gay man. I'm also a white guy, but I do gotta ask, is it really that good? Is it? Is it really that good? Because I could not think about ever doing something like this for any man, no matter which way they go. Is it really that good? The shocking photos were initially posted on Instagram. It appears the shoot was also accompanied by a slavery-inspired storyline. They did like a D&D campaign for slavery. They did like a whole campaign. They were out there rolling dice. They were rolling dice out there. Oh, I rolled a nat 20 on the work song. I am 1842. Days passed and everything changed. Our love got stronger and stronger. He was no longer a slave. He was part of the family. They thought of a date. I want to know the process that went into them thinking about the dates. They were like, well, we could do 1863, but you know, then you got the war, and we just don't like divisiveness in this household. We can do 1820s, but 1820 seems like a little too far back. You know, War of 1812, we don't want to be in the fallout of that. I think 1842 kind of matches where we want to be technologically when it comes to tools on the plantation and the type of crop. Oh, well, let's think. When was sugarcane a popular crop in the United States? Let's list that out. They were cross-referencing historical analysis so they could have a D&D slavery campaign for their wedding. The shoot features a black man, the fiance, in shackles, and him being eventually released by his slave owner, his fiance. People online, let's look at these pictures. I got the pictures here. 1842, days passed and everything changed. Our love got stronger and stronger. Thing is, this right here on its own, like, whatever, right? It just, like, dude's in a top hat. He's in a suit. It's like, whatever, right? Like, if you take out the below caption, it could just be a cute, kind of, like, really old, like, oh, we're doing, like, a Victorian era, like, cosplay for the wedding, which I don't care. But 1842, days passed and everything changed. Our love got stronger and stronger. We were no longer slave, part of the family. And then you want to know something that I really want to know? I wonder if, at some point, you know, these two people have, let's say their marriage lasts and they have children. And they have photos across their home. You know how families do. When they have homes that they can afford one, they have like photos of their family and of the ages. I had it at my old place when I was living with my grandparents as a kid. We had photos of all these big events in the family on the walls. How do you explain this photo to your kids? How in the world could you possibly? I can understand explaining this photo to your kids. Oh, we're a Victorian era, whatever. How do you explain this to your kids? There's more. Oh my God. The majority of the pictures they posted was of him in chains. There was like one picture in here that like could be seen as semi like normal. And the rest of them are just him in chains. Dude, I'm sorry, but it can't be that good. It can't be that good, man. It can't be that good. Look, if I think of the best experiences in my life with people, right? None of them None of them would get me even close to doing something like this. So, people brought up a lot of good points about this, right? So, like, let's think about, I'll say one last thing before we move on from this story, right? Because there's not much more for me to say besides, like, what the hell? There had to be the guy who was okay with this. Supposedly, we don't know the situation completely. The woman, of course, the photographer, right? We'll assume there's one. Then, most likely, they had to also pass this by the plantation owner, unless they own the plantation, which I don't even want to think about it. So then they have to pass it to the plantation owner, and if it's a plantation, there's probably more than one people on a plantation, like maybe 1, 2, who knows. Then they had to pass it through, most likely, their family. Like, hey, family, we're going to do this shoot. What do you think of this idea? Most likely, this woman went to her family, was like, oh, what do you think of this idea? Were they all sitting around the room just clapping along like, oh, that's brilliant. I love it. I love it. It's like liberation. Oh, it's great. And then his family as well brings it back to them. And who knows what they said. But there had to be so many people this passed through before these photos were taken. And during the entire process of I just can't. It's hard for me to imagine. I gotta stop before my mind explodes. It's so impossible for me to imagine. Dylan, pussy is that good. You should try it sometimes. Trust me, I did. I gave it a good whirl. And it was never this good. I'm sorry. No. It was never that good. I gave it a good attempt. I gave it a few good attempts. Gave it a good whirl. But no. No. Honey, I have the best idea. God, man. They probably paid the photographer pretty good. You know what I bet? They were probably in like the description of the Instagram post. Like, oh, photographer, do you want us to @ you in this post to give you credit? No, I'm good. I'll just take, no, I'm good. You don't need to @ me. I am good without an @ I am here for you. You're not here for, I'm here for you. I can see it now. My God. Anyway. Anyway, that's enough of that. Oh my God. I'll take the payment and not exposure. Yeah, I bet he was like, I will work for less money if you promise not to connect me to this in any way. My God, I could never. Wait, actually, Panorama, can you come in here and look at the story for me? So this couple, okay, went and did a photo shoot.
Yeah.
I want you to look at it. Just come in, lean into the mic. I want you to look at this photo shoot. I'm very interested in your opinion. Okay? Okay. Read the caption at the bottom.
1842, days passed and everything changed. Our love got stronger and stronger. He was no longer a slave. He was part of the family.
This is a pre-wedding photo shoot.
Yeah, I know a lot of couples do this.
This?
No, nope. I not that. A lot of couples do the whole like, let's go run through the forest and have someone with a camera follow us. Usually, it doesn't come with hey, can you just quickly LARP as being my house slave real quick? This is fucking weird.
I believe that a council member from earlier might use a different word.
Yeah, but
I wonder if the council member was invited.
Actually, I'm pretty sure he's the one that holding the camera.
I think he probably was their historical reference for this. Like, he came there and helped them get in character.
Yeah, so when I originally saw this lovely piece of whatever the fuck, yeah, so typically it's the women that are the ones that like coordinate the pre-wedding photo shoot? And the guy just is like, yeah, whatever, I'll show up.
That is true.
I don't know what kind of fuckery this man is on. That's like his like fiance was like, hey, do you mind just being in chains real quick? And he was like, yeah, sounds good.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is occurred.
Ask me a question.
There's no way that it's that good.
Dude, I think this is one of those guys that probably got like a degree in physics. So the first like woman that were to like breathe near his genitalia, he was like, yes, mistress. This is fucking weird though. It's objectively not that good, but I guess he never had it.
Look, all I know is I'm not putting anyone in chains for a roast beef sock. Okay? No, also known as the vagina.
Well, you know what? That's why you're one of the good white liberals, you know? This is actually what makes you a decent person. This is actually
Wow. Guys, I'm a good person.
Yeah,
I've made racial abuse about me. Yay!
And that is how the world works.
That is how the world works. Okay. I did vote for Biden, though. So.
I think that gives you to have more black women.
True. Man, this is this thing that's radicalized me to be like this. If there's any way to make me an incel, it's to just show me this picture again and again and again, okay? If you show my picture enough times, I'll become an incel. My God. What was the TikTok about this?
I was born by the river in a little temple, just like the river.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, let's get up. Let's get past that story. Oh Lord.